Hey y'all, welcome back to MovementLink. So I just want to talk about something we see in the clean and the snatch all the time, and it's just a receiving position that doesn't look like a squat. So what I like to think about is that if someone takes a photo of me, and it doesn't matter where I catch the bar. So remember, we're trying to meet the bar at its highest point. So on a clean, if it's lighter, that may be right here. If it's heavier, it may be way down here. On a snatch, it might be up here, and it might be way down here. But so we're not thinking of rock bottom when I say squat position. I'm thinking about a frame in the squat. So if someone takes a photo of me or is watching a video of my lift and they pause me when I catch either the clean or the snatch, and again, it can be anywhere along here. We go to the bar, or we pull to the bar, I should say. What I'm trying to do is have them not be able to tell if I'm doing an overhead squat rep or if I've just caught a snatch. I don't want them to know if I'm doing a front squat rep or catching a clean, because ultimately what we need to do is put ourselves in an optimal position to create stability and have the strength to actually stand up with the bar. So a common mistake we see is as people jump it up, they kind of stay back here, and then we're catching things in these positions, especially when we're working in the power. And you, just by looking at me right now, you'd be able to tell if I was doing an overhead squat or if this was a goofy catch in a snatch. Because what we know, if I was overhead squatting, we know that position would look right here. So now if I caught my snatch in that position there, do you know, and you only had that frame, do you know if I'm overhead squatting or snatching? I hope the answer would be you don't know. So that's what we're trying to do, and it's not to try and trick somebody if they're looking at it. It's just a litmus test that we can kind of look at, because ultimately what we want you to be able to do is put yourself in your very best receiving position. And if you're doing some goofy things and it's not your very best receiving position, then we have some potential there and some things we need to clean up. So keep that in mind. Your receiving position should be a frame of your overhead squat or your front squat. And whatever you're doing with your grip and these things, it should mimic what we're doing in the other things. So a lot of people, when they're going heavy, they hold on to that hook grip overhead. And all that does is limit the shoulder. And if they were doing a max overhead squat, they probably would not be hook gripping. So we want to pull under, we want to let that sucker go. When I catch cleans, my pinkies come off of the bar. Because if I was going to do a max front squat, whoop, watch out. If I was going to do a max front squat, this would be my position, a position where I can get that bar completely on me. One more thing to keep in mind is, as we're talking about these receiving positions, if we're talking about doing cleans and snatches in a Metcon, lighter, faster, bunch more reps, then we might tweak these things a little bit. So this is more specific to the heavy snatch and clean and jerk. Try and make those catch positions look, ambulance going by. Try and make these catch positions look just like a frame of your front squat or your overhead squat, and it'll give you a lot more power, a lot more choice, a lot more consistency with your lifts. Talk to you soon.